Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Hearts of Iron 3 with the BlackICE mod. This is Keeves and we are playing as Hungary. As you can see, the expansive empire of the nation of Hungary has increased dramatically since the beginning of the game. We're sitting on 1944 now, and what we gotta work on is our next step. Unfortunately, we have to kind of lay low for a little while. We do have a ridiculous amount um, of manpower that we have to replenish. We have to bolster or replace defensive units in specific places so that we can move our offensive units into a better place. We have to make uh, troop transports. That's also an important thing that needs to be done. Um, what else do we have to work on? We have to bank for our stuff. Let me see here. No, this is the one that has a. Our next step is we're going to invade India. That's going to be our next move. We're going to leave Africa alone because I'm quite happy with our progress right now. So what we'll probably be doing is, well, we have to build transports is the big thing. We do have the technology. Awesome. What do we need for this? Ship defenses. 2. And invasion tactics at 2. So let's put those up at a higher priority, like so. Let's also put these on there, because why not? Right now, we're going to have to wait a decent amount of time before we can actually put any real invasion into place, because we have to, we have the manpower issue. We have the lack of transport issue, which is also a thing. So yeah, there's several things that we just can't really do at the moment. I can't see there being a huge army in India, well, given the state of the African army that the Brits threw at us. I wasn't very impressed at all. They didn't really have a whole lot. So it wouldn't surprise me if India doesn't have a whole lot either, which is interesting because, you have the bordering Japanese army there. You'd think you'd have pretty good defense, but anyways, I highly doubt it. Now, that being said, I have said it before in the past that I have made or said things in the past regarding countries being pushovers, and then it wasn't necessarily the case. Perfect example of that is, of course, Romania. That was a different story. So, we'll see what happens in India. But I don't know. I don't think it's going to be too big of a problem. It's funny, Soviet Union has done a successful invasion of Greece and now has made him their puppet and is launching a counterattack against the Nazis from Greece. Great. Well, that's just wonderful. We're going to have to use another unit to deal with this, obviously. Kilometers. It's going to take a while. So I'm going to speed it up here because we're looking at having to wait quite a bit for our looking like we're going to have to wait quite a bit for our manpower to be replaced. They decided the U.S. war machine triumphs at a macroeconomic scale. The war not only decisively ended the Great Depression, but created the conditions for productive post-war collaboration between the federal government, private enterprise, and organized labor. The parties whose tripartite collaborations help engender continued economic growth after the war. The U.S. emerged from the war not physically unscathed, but economically strengthened by wartime industrial expansion, which placed the United States at absolute and relative advantage over both its allies and its enemies. Possessed of an economy which was larger and richer than any other in the world, American leaders determined to make the U.S. the center of post-war world economy. American aid to Europe, $13 billion via the Economic Recovery Plan, or Marshall Plan, from 1947 to 1951, and Japan, $1.8 billion to 1946 to 1952, furthered this goal by tying the economic reconstruction of the West, Germany, France, Great Britain, and Japan to American imports and export needs, among other factors. Jeez. Yes, police regiment is useless. What's happening here? We have too much industrial capacity and not enough stuff to build. Is the problem. War bonds. No. We don't need war bonds. Let's fix this infrastructure here by going like this. Infrastructure is like a ridiculously good investment. It's cheap, it's fast, and it makes it so that movement across terrain is much faster. Well, maybe not much faster, but I guess it doesn't allow the train to limit the speed. Maybe that's it. I don't know. But it's still very useful, in my opinion, having good infrastructure. Helps with supplies, helps with a bunch of shit. A bunch of shit, says I. Jeez, those transports are just getting plastered. Oh, what's all this? Okay, espionage. We're gonna do. We're probably gonna have to increase our national unity due to all this jazz. Let's do army focus, and let's build new armament factories, because why not? Economic boost, yeah. Oh, shit. University, yeah, why not? I might have rather built the Ministry of War. But university is nice as well. National recruitment policy. Let's go for the open the rakes to anyone. I know we get other hits because of it. However, we need increased manpower. Not just a little bit. We really, really need increased manpower. It looks like I'm going to have to build more escorts. Yeah, I'm going to have to build more convoys. Because our convoys are dying in droves. Oh, son of a bitch. That's not what I wanted. Whatever. What's the technology for escorts as well? It might be a good idea to start sealing defense. I think that's naval. Yeah, there it is. Might be a good idea to start investing in transports again. Not transports, sorry, escorts. That's what I was trying to say. Might be a good idea to invest in them. But we also have infrastructure we need to build. Like, I don't want to waste this industrial capacity because, yeah, it's something that is, well, I don't want to waste it. I just don't want to. It's very, very useful, but it's also very much a choke point in many cases. So when you have the extra, when you have the extra, you don't want to scamp, I guess. At least I don't. So I wonder what benefits I get from Yemen and Oman being my puppets. Because in the last, if you watched the last episode, you would have saw us. We conquered Yemen and Oman. Well, last two episodes, sorry. And I wonder what benefits that gives. Should give something. What do we have up here? Oh, recon gallery. I see. Don't really need recon gallery. Royal Oak is lost. Romania is being a dink. I'll actually move up here. Greece is being pushed back by the evil fascists. Actually is somewhat of an interesting situation because if done right, it's very, very possible to possibly take on the Axis at this point. Well, not at this point, because at this point we got serious. We have pretty serious manpower issues, but you know what I mean. Like, it's absolutely an opportunity that someone can possibly take on the Axis. I don't think I'm going to. Well, no, I know I'm not going to. Although it is a possibility, it just... I honestly don't think I would win this engagement if I were to go after the Axis. Bad shit would happen, I think. Huh, would you look at this? Need to get rid of those partisan units, obviously, because they're the ones that are expanding. No, I'm not going to go after the Axis. The more I think about it, the more it's a crazy and highly retarded idea. Plus, I actually really want to invade Britain eventually, so that all this land is no longer government. It actually becomes mine, and you know, defeat the Allies. Actually, defeat the Allies. This is pretty annoying. Well, not just pretty annoying. This is actually quite annoying. But we're getting our what's it back slowly. And we're losing a sickening amount of ships. It's because the majority of our what's this? Build the National Center for Defense Research. Present in any current or future conflict, the preservation of our great nation will hinge on our ability to innovate. Technological superiority will be essential for our victory. Building a National Center of Defense Research would allow us to tap in our nation's leadership ranks and result in newer technologies being yielded more frequently than can be achieved through traditional research. We can only build one such research center, so we should focus it to provide a rich level of innovation with a certain defense cluster. Right. Giving me the ability to focus on a specific research on land, on naval, or air. I'm thinking air because I'm not going to see myself building I don't see myself building a giant navy. Actually, I don't really see myself building a navy, to be honest. Not a real one. So, actually, now that I think about it more, I might actually be building a navy because, okay, we're currently at war with the Allies, and a good portion of the Allies' strength is overseas, South America, North America, and all that jazz. So, with that, as well as thoughts of that, but as well as taking on Great Britain, a navy is actually quite an important role. Now I think about it, we have the oil to be able to do so. More than enough, if anything. No, naval actually. And I'm going to do aircraft carrier research. Hey, excellent. Let's see what it does. Did it give me anything? No. I'm actually going to start doing this. What I've found with Hearts of Iron, and not just Hearts of Iron, but BlackICE as well, carriers are actually... Carrier groups are easily the most powerful. Like, battleships are kind of nice, you know, all the other stuff are kind of nice, but to be honest, carriers are the biggest thing. And you can have a fleet of carriers, and as long as they're decently equipped, you will do just great. Infrastructure keeps getting built, it's good. Manpower is starting to recover, that's pretty good. I'm actually going to get military police back down here to do their job. Okay. Let's see here. Industrial capacity got built, so actually we even have more industrial capacity than we had before. Infrastructure is getting built at an alarming rate. Oil rigs and oil refineries are getting built at a pretty decent speed, of course. Road network advance, alright. Really? Those are Romanian planes attacking me. It's interesting. Iraqi separatists. What do we got here? See, I think what I'm going to do is do the same thing I did with that. We're going to take these guys and separate them while bringing up the well infrastructure laden roads. Nice. Gotta respect that. Look at that. Look at all that infrastructure. Sexy, sexy stuff. Oh, commandos. Let's put some commando units there. So I'm sure we can merge them into something. The hell is Italian troops doing in my land? Fuck. Fucking Romania. Okay. Our issue here is that we're doing all our trading with... Let me see. Yeah. Here's our problem. So let's... never mind then. I wonder if Italy will allow me. There. Gonna look at maybe transit rights. Possibly. I don't know why I'm so grouchy about these, I don't know why I'm so grouchy about these convoys, because honestly they don't cost almost anything in industrial capacity. They really don't cost me anything on the grand scheme of things. You know, yeah, it's a pain in the ass that they're constantly attacking my convoys. However, it really isn't a big deal when it comes down to it. It just isn't. God damn it. However, I am getting a little bit irritable when it comes to the excessive pop-ups. In general, not just in because of the game, but just in fucking general. This is getting frustrating. So I know my idea was I was going to keep all the pop-ups up to kind of have you see everything that's going on. However, no. I'm so sick of these pop-ups, it's not even funny. Oh, this is not what I wanted. God damn it. Okay, we have... Where did it pop up? Oh, right there. So here we got Soviet troops moving into our land because Romania is actually at war, or is in the Axis, so therefore is at war with the Soviets. What this does is it gives the Soviets the ability to grab land of mine that's significant, and Roosevelt is dead. And I cannot get it back because I am not at war with things. On top of that, we have... Fuck, this is so stupid. Romania kind of getting units somehow. Which is frustrating the hell out of me on top of that. No, we don't need... Actually... Yeah, I'm going to do that. A medium fleet. Why not? Now I think about it. Gives me auxiliary vessels. It doesn't require manpower to do so. Okay, I need to break off this. Oh, Christ. Alive. Need to stop the Soviets from pushing through. This is ridiculous. Ridiculous and terrible and bad. That's what it is. Oh no. Fuck my life. Oh, I just took a look. Saw how far we are in the recording. I'm going to end the recording here. We're like way too far in the recording anyways. This is just a barrel of bullshit right here. The Soviets are kind of pouring into my lands and grabbing this Romanian area here because this is just dumb. Mostly because this military police unit is completely useless. If I've learned anything about this Hearts of Iron playthrough, never, ever, ever invest in military police. At all. Not even kind of. No purpose. No point. They don't suppress shit. They don't do anything. They don't stop rebellions. They don't stop revolts. They're completely and utterly useless. And I'm a little bit bitter because now I have Soviet Union troops grabbing Romanian land, and there's no way I can take that land back unless I go to war with the Soviets, which I really don't want to do. It's the last thing on earth I want to do is go to war with the Soviets. Anyways, I'm going to end the recording here. Thank you all for watching. Yeah, the next few episodes are going to be a little bit quieter. They are going to be me kind of being annoyed at Romanian units popping up out of nowhere, but other than that, it's a lot of waiting for manpower to recover and waiting for things to happen. So far it's been a whole lot of nothing. So I hope that you still do watch the rest of the series, because we do have some really great plans. I got plans when it comes to the next invasion and all that other stuff, but it might take a few episodes in order for us to get to that point. We also have interesting thoughts on how we want to proceed in the future. So, like our next plan is going to be. So again, thank you all for watching, and until next time, Keeves out.